Hi everyone, and welcome to Jane Talks Real. It's Slayer Sunday, where I will be talking about and reviewing all the episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer in order. Today I'm looking at Season 1, Episode 5, Never Kill a Boy on the First Date. The episode begins, like many more to follow, with Sarah Michelle Gellar's stunt double fighting a vampire in the graveyard. The fight is over before it really begins. Giles pops up and criticises Buffy's technique before finding a ring in the dust. He puzzles over it with his Giles face. Oh look, the Master is back, spouting more nonsense to his followers. Basically, 5 people will die, which will bring forth the anointed, who will F shit up for Buffy. And on that note, into the credits we go. Buffy and Giles research the ring and discover it belongs to the Order of Aurelius, some ancient vampire sect. In walks this dude Owen, who Giles is kind of a dick to.
What do you want? A book? Oh.
Buffy turns into a babbling dork around him, and it's super awkward to watch. Accurate, but awkward. After gushing to Owen that she likes Emily Dickinson too, Buffy asks Giles to loan her a copy, but he thinks she should focus on the matter at hand. Willow is more supportive of Buffy's potential love life and encourages her to sit with Owen at lunch. Cordelia has the same idea, but Owen is not interested in her. He asks Buffy on a date that night. Giles pisses on her parade when he announces that a lot of vampire shit is going down and insists that she fulfill her duties. The thing is, no one shows up, so Buffy bails and heads off to her date. Cordelia is all over Owen at the Bronze, so Buffy takes off. Meanwhile, some dude is freaking out these 5 people on a bus and... Wait, didn't the Master say something about 5 people? Uh-oh. A vampire jumps out in front of the bus, causing it to crash. When the driver goes to check on him, the Order surround the bus and kill the occupants. Buffy is all cranky the next day in school, but Owen reschedules their date for that night, making her all googly again. The Master is pleased about the whole bus thing and instructs his minions to kill Buffy and bring him the Anointed One. Willow and Xander help Buffy decide what to wear that night, although they have wildly different opinions. Giles shows up in a panic because of the whole bus attack, but Buffy is not interested because Owen is here for their date. She tells Giles she needs a night off, but promises not to go too far.
If the apocalypse comes, beat me.
The date goes well until Cordelia shows up and tries to muscle in. Owen shoots her down and Buffy tells her to sod off, Cordelia. Giles goes to investigate the bus crash himself, but is jumped by one of the Master's goons. Wait, make that 2. He runs for cover in the local funeral home, but with it being a public building and all, they just follow him inside. He's jump scared by Willow and Xander, who followed him, and run off to get Buffy. She's having a great time, but when Owen goes to get her some food, Angel shows up with his usual vague warning and things get super awkward. Then Willow and Xander rush in, offering to double date at the funeral home. Realizing that Giles is in trouble, Buffy bails on Owen, with a kiss. But he follows them anyway, so surprise! The room Giles was hiding in is all ransacked. But turns out that big brave Giles hid until the scary vampires went away. While Willow and Xander watch a very confused Owen, Buffy and Giles play peekaboo in the morgue, looking for any sign of the Anointed One. Owen finds a window that looks through to a freshly turned and very lively vampire. It's the crazy vamp from the bus, and he busts through the glass with his face. They run for it, but the Order of Aurelius are everywhere. Buffy gets jumped, so Owen rushes in to help, but he gets knocked out. After a brief fight with the vampire, Buffy flings him into the oven. Owen is shaken by the experience, but the following day still wants to date Buffy because he's attracted to the danger. With a heavy heart, she breaks up with him to save his life. Giles and Buffy have a heart-to-heart about how their destinies mean they will always have to make sacrifices. They also celebrate preventing the Anointed One from coming to be. Yeah, about that. Tossing that vamp into the fire counted him as number 5, and that activated the Anointed One. Oops! Season 1 is a little shaky, but this is my favourite episode of the 12. I like when Buffy attempts to have a normal life, and Giles really comes into his own as a character here with some really funny moments, as well as the genuine heart-to-heart he has with Buffy at the end. Yes, it continues the Master's storyline, but I'm more interested in how Buffy is going to be able to balance Owen and slaying. Definitely a solid episode. There are 6 deaths and 1 transformation in this episode. The 4 human deaths are the bus driver and 3 of his passengers. The transformation is Bus Crazy, who is turned by one of the Order, and we have 2 vampire deaths. The Order member who was killed at the beginning by Buffy, and Bus Crazy who was tossed into the fire. This gives us a running total of 9 human deaths, 2 transformations, 9 vampire deaths, and 1 monster death. So there you have it. That was Never Kill a Boy on the First Date. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, or come say hi on social media. If you enjoyed this video, then please like, share and subscribe. I'll speak to you soon, and don't let the vampires bite.